Hi there. I'm just going to go over how to start a corporation in West Virginia. That's for domestic and foreign corporations. Now, there is an online filing system called Business for West Virginia. You need an account in order to access this filing portal. But once you're logged in, you're going to be able to register with the Secretary of State, the State Tax Department, and the Unemployment Compensation Division, all in the same sort of filing process. They call it an interview. If you don't want to file with all three at the same time, or you don't want to file online, you can also download the PDF of the Article of Incorporation, or Articles of Incorporation rather, or the application for Certificate of Authority, and you can send those once completed and printed off through the mail with the appropriate filing fee. Now, the filing fees don't change whether you're filing online or filing through the mail. They remain at $50 for profit corporations, for domestic profit corporations, that is. Domestic nonprofit corporations are $25, while foreign profit corporations are $100, and foreign nonprofit corporations are $50. So how does one file? First thing you're going to want to do is choose a name for your corporation. Of course, this doesn't apply if you're a foreign entity and you already are operating under a certain name. However, regardless of whether you're choosing a new one or you already have a name, you might want to make sure that it's available for use in West Virginia prior to registration. Now, you can do that through a business entity search, and we have a tutorial for how to go about performing one of those right here. Also, if you need additional time with which to prepare for filing, you might want to reserve your entity name. We have a tutorial for name reservations here, and they last 120 days and cost only $15. So once your name is secured, or at least once you've chosen a name, you can begin the actual filing process. As I said, you can do this online. You'll need an account, and we have a tutorial for that here. Or you can do it by downloading the PDF that's associated with your entity type. Click on either one of these links here, domestic corporation or foreign corporations. You're going to be able to gain access to the various filing processes. Now let's just go to one of them here. So let's see, how do you file a nonprofit corporation online? You just click there, and we've covered each step of the way. And as you can see, because of the fact that you're filing with the three departments, it's a pretty extensive registration process. The benefit of this is you're going to be pretty much all set to go once you get accepted, once your filing forms get accepted, right? Now, once either the online filing is completed or the PDF has been, you'll need to pay the filing fee. Now, this can be done by credit card or by check made out to the West Virginia Secretary of State. Of course, credit card is if you're filing online, and the check is if you're filing through the mail. Now, paying the filing fee online will sort of mark the completion of the filing process. It'll submit the applications to the various departments in which you filed, and it'll also pay the filing fee directly. If you're filing through the mail, you need to print off your PDF, sign it, and attach to it the check, and then send it to this address here. Also, if you're a foreign corporation, you're going to need to supply a certificate of good standing or like document. A few things to do after or during formation. If you're setting a new corporation and you plan on hiring employees, you need to apply for an employer identification number. It's sort of known as the corporate equivalent of a social security number. And for this reason, it's going to be really difficult to operate independently as an entity. In other words, you're not going to be able to open bank accounts. You're not going to be able to apply for credit cards or hire employees or do anything like that under the company name without an EIN. So you can review our tutorial linked here, or you can go directly to the IRS website or download the application form SS4 and file either online or through the mail. A corporate bylaw is not a legally required document, but pretty much every authority is going to recommend that you do draft one and file it internally to make sure that the rules and the regulations of your entity are well laid out and delineated, so there's no confusion amongst the managing members of your corporation. If you don't draft a corporate bylaws, you're going to have to default to state statutes in terms of the management of your corporation. So if you click here, you will gain access to our free template in both Adobe PDF and Microsoft Word. And even if you don't plan on using the template, it's a good idea to download it just to get an idea of exactly what you might put in your own corporate bylaw. And finally, renewal. It's mandatory that all corporations renew each year with the Secretary of State. It's a very basic and standard procedure that a lot of states require. You need to pay a $25 filing fee. You can file online, you can file by PDF, and it's pretty much just updating the Secretary of State with any major changes that have happened over the course of the past 12 months. So things like new hiring of directors or officers, or change of the principal place of business, or agent of service, I think it's called in the state, but it's generally just a registered agent. If you change that to, you'll have to update the Secretary of State each year. And this is due July 1st of course, every calendar year. So I hope this is helpful, guys. Again, feel free to peruse the tutorials linked throughout here to get sort of a deeper understanding of what's required of you. All right, good luck.